Hi, it's JPie. This is going to be a new series on the channel for about 5 to 10 episodes. It's going to appear once a month at the beginning of the month, and we are going to look into Vault's publicly available statistics to see how they are doing. And we will give them a grade, either S.O.S. or YES.M.S, like S.M.S. And that's the name of the show. Okay, so without any further ado, let's start to jump into the Steam numbers. As we see here, we are doing really well. Vault has had its best month in May 2021 ever. So this is really good. I'm not really concerned with peak players. I don't really think that metric is that beneficial, because it could just be a spike one day. You know, you never know. I feel like average players is far more consistent to examine. And here we see 183 at the end of May, where previously it was 139. So that's really good. Average of 43 players and some change. Really good for Vault. And I started off with Steam because in my eyes, the other websites that we're going to examine are not the most accurate. You know, Steam is probably the most reliable source we're going to look into today, so that's why I wanted to go into it first. The other two websites that we're looking at, take with a grain of salt, because they are third-party websites and there's no way that we can actually verify 100% whether or not they're correct. We can't even verify Steam's numbers. These are just ballpark numbers that we can have a general idea of the state of things. So without any further ado, here we have Twitch Tracker. And these are false numbers for Twitch Tracker. And we're gonna look here for April 2021, right over here. We average, according to Twitch Tracker, Vault averaged 96 viewers and 9 channels streaming. The next month, May 2021, according to Twitch Tracker, Vault averaged 104 viewers and 10 channels streaming. So all in all, it's an increase. And it's good. It's a good positive increase. An average of 8 viewers and 1 more channel streaming. That's growth. We love growth. Growth will pave the way to success. I looked at these numbers and I don't know what's going on. Just ignore those numbers. Twitch Tracker, you guys got to clean up your act, because I have no idea how this coincides with the graph. Well, we're just gonna stick to the graph here because it's ridiculous. You guys can take a look at it yourselves and let me know, because the statistics here and these charts below don't coincide with the chart. I don't know why, but now we will be moving on to Solenome. Now, Solenome is interesting because they give a little bit more insight. So for example, these are Vault viewers, and you could see Saturday, May 15th, that was the peak. I think it actually hit 300. It's showing 289 here, but I'm pretty sure it might be a little bit higher, 289. But for, Saturday, May 15th. And the simple answer is this. Why that happened is because of patch 13. You had the Shogun Kalari skin, ward skins, new items, map improvements, bug fixes, character balancing. All in all, it was a huge patch, the biggest probably Vault and S.M.S has ever dropped. And so you could see the viewership increasing here steadily into the spike, and then naturally it's going to dip down, because once the hype stabilizes, that's just what happens. And then you could also see more people streamed here on this chart over here. You could see that there was a steady increase up until the patch, and then it slowly stabilized. So all in all, the patch was a huge success. It helped spark growth, and not only that, to make May 2021 the best month for Fault that it has ever had. Because I'm not including the first month. The first month is not a good metric, or not a good figure to examine, because it was an anomaly. It was the first month, it was the early access hype, etc. It's not a good number. If you consider everything else, this was by far S.O.S's best month and Fault's best month. And so for this episode, they get a resounding YES.M.S, because if they are able to score a couple of these months in a row, it's going to be a completely different environment, and I really hope that they do. Thank you for all the hard work, S.O.S. Keep it up. Hope to see more success in the future. And just, guys, a heads up, they are incorporating some cool new stuff in the upcoming patch. You got the Lesser Helix, which is like a baby or a prime, and that spawns at 8 minutes, and among other things. It's not as big as the 0.13 patch, but the game is improving before our very eyes. So if you haven't checked it out in a while, check it out. If you haven't purchased it yet, I recommend just wait till it's free to play and then pick it up. But if you already bought it, dive back in and see how it feels, because it's come a long way since early access release. So everybody, thanks for tuning in.